Hello friends, today I'll demonstrate how to go for a Z-test using MS Excel. So let us discuss the case over here. An executive of all-time power UPS has claimed that average backup of its UPS is manufactured by its company is 20 minutes. So as a smart customer, what will you do? Will you purchase or will you go for the next UPS? So try to collect data for backup as much as possible. Let's go do do an exercise with 40 data available in MS Excel. So here is the data of 40 UPS installed at some places, or you can say by any means, and this is the total efficiency of the UPS. So to perform a Z-test, you need the following statistics. I have divided these statistics into two different parts: statistics of the sample and the statistics of the population. So to compute the statistics of sample, we need the sample size. So to compute this sample size, what you can do is simply you can use a formula that is CUNT count. You can see value 1, value 2, value 3 is shown here as a reference of this formula. So put this cursor from the first data, press Ctrl Shift and down arrow key, and you can get automatically on the last. So here you can get the range automatically. Close the bracket, and here is your sample size. You can see count C2 to C41 in our case, and the total sample size is 40. Now let us compute the mean. The mean actually is the average of the collected data. So how to go about this? The formula is average, bracket open, again the average of the range of the numbers, that is this, again shift, control and down arrow key, C2 to C41, and close the bracket. Here is the mean of the sample data what we have collected. Now we want to compute the standard deviation. To compute the standard deviation, you can use this formula equal to STDEV, bracket open, again the same numbers. What you require is Control Shift down arrow key and then close the bracket. So here is the standard deviation of your sample. Now the statistics of the population. The mean is the claim what the executive has made of the UPS company. So what he said that the average backup of every UPS manufactured in this company is 20 minutes. So here we'll see the mean of the population is 20. The standard deviation, as the population is very large, so it is not known. So standard error. So we have to compute the standard error of the sample. So to compute the standard error, the formula is equal to standard deviation divided by square root of size. So how to compute the square root? You can simply use the function sqrt, bracket open, and the number of which you want the square root of, and this is what it is, a value of 40. So you can simply click on the cell and you can get H3 over here, close the bracket, and this is the standard error of the sample. Now on which significance level you want to check or you want to test the hypothesis, and say for example we need on the 10%. So now let us perform the Z-test. To perform the Z-test, you need this kind of statistics, say the sample mean minus population mean divided by standard error of the mean. So let's go through. Say for example here you want to count equal to sample mean, here is the sample mean minus population mean. What is this? The claim. So just okay. So this is the general errors what we can have while putting up a formula. So what you can do, you can initially open these two brackets and inside it you can have a formula of say mean of sample minus mean of this. So you cannot get such kind of error messages else. Divided by standard error of the mean. Standard error mean we have computed over here, that is M3 column. This M3 one you have to click here and you can get the formula. This is your z-test value. Now let us check whether our computed value of z-test falls in the acceptance region of a normal distribution or not. So to compute the intervals, what we can do is to find the values of the interval on 10% significance level. So here what you can do is you can use a formula equal to confidence. Now you can see the help of this formula, that is confidence. You get alpha. Alpha is a significance level. So simply you can check over here. You can get the value from N3. We are taking this into this formula. The standard deviation of sample, that is 7.06. We are taking this from here. And size of the sample, here it is. Now for the two-tailed test, as what we are performing over here, the significance level has to be divided into two parts, the left one and the right one. So here what we'll do is N3 divided by 2. Now close the brackets and here comes your significance level for the positive on the positive x-axis. Now for the negative value you simply click negative and this value you get minus 2.3567 here. So simply you can even also put this value up to 2 levels, or you can say number, or you can increase the decimal places, say 5 or say 4. Okay, so plus 2.3567 to minus 2.3567. This is a significance range. So let us check whether our z-test value falls between the range of these two values. So what we can see over here is minus 4 is out of this particular range. So let us check with the help of putting the if formula. Let's put this if bracket open and we'll perform the logical test. Logical test is the value of this, say for example, is greater than say this value, then it will reject. Now let me explain once again. Say this value, if it is greater than this value, then we can say our data falls in far from that particular acceptance region. Now if this condition is false, we will again having a statement over here, as you can see it's a nested if statement. Again let us perform this test. If this value is less than say this value, again it is out of our acceptance region, again we will reject this. Okay, now if both the values are not rejected, so it may fall between these two values, then we will say the accept the hypothesis. So here is our formula. So here we will reject because here this value will fall out of this particular range. So this means the claim what the executive has made here, that the average UPS backup is 20 minutes, is false. So simply will not purchase the UPS. So this is how to perform a 2 tail Z test. Thanks a lot for today. We'll meet next time.